auction. My name is Robert Chincotta. I'll be your auctioneer here today. Assisting me is Bella Zhang, Gareth Apswood from O'Brien's with Zoe Zhao, and of course we've got George Midas, your Oakleigh specialist, and we form part of Ray White Oakleigh, the area's leading estate agents. And what a fantastic opportunity awaits one lucky buyer here today, and I thank you for your attendance here, and also to the neighbours in the crowd. Thank you for attending and supporting our vendors, but more importantly, congratulating and welcoming the new owner of 1 at 16 Elizabeth Street. So we definitely thank your attendance here today. The process that I'll be following is quite simple. I'll draw your attention to the contract of sale, the rules of conduct they'll be conducting today's business by. I'll go back through the reasons why you should be buying the property, and also the location and why we have formed an opinion of why we believe Oakleigh East is one of the best suburbs of the southeast. And then the exciting part of the auction where you get to participate as buyers and submit your bids and offers to buy this absolutely outstanding town residence. The particulars of sale legally describe the property in volume 11505, folio 227. It's a lot of numbers. It doesn't mean much to me or you, certainly to the titles office, being 1 at 16 Elizabeth Street here in Oakleigh East. Chattels, what remains with the property, any fixed floor coverings, light fittings and window furnishings of a permanent nature will remain with the property. The vendor statement, or commonly known as the Section 32, indicates that all services are connected or available for your connection here today. Outgoings are as follows. Cancel rates $1,353.65. We do have a water rates charge of $239.50, usage on top of that, of course, and we do have a common insurance, building and driveway insurance of $380 per annum. Vic Roads have no interest or proposals in the property from our records, and we are in a general residential zone Schedule 2. Now, we're calling for a 5 or 10% deposit, and the balance in a very flexible 30 to 90 days. So 5 or 10% deposit, balance 30 to 90 days. If you've had any prerequisites with George or Gareth, they will be honoured. Just confirm with them. However, our vendors have called for the following terms here today. That's the contract of sale. It's been on display for the last half an hour, also available for collection from our office, so we'll take it as all your questions have been answered. However, in saying that, if you have any last minute requests, please call upon George, Gareth or Zoe. They'd be more than happy to assist you and make sure that you're here to bid with absolute confidence for this magnificent property. By law, I must advise you, the auction will be conducted in accordance with any rules or additional conditions that were made available prior to the start of the auction. The auction rules prohibit an auctioneer from accepting bids or offers to the property after the property has been knocked down to the successful bidder. The vendors have a reserve price. As the auctioneer will indicate bidders on request, the law prohibits false bids, prohibits major disruptions by bidders, prohibits bidders attempting to prevent others from bidding, and provides fines for such conduct. The rules permit vendor bids. The words I'll use to indicate they're making a bid on behalf of the vendor is simply vendor bid, and by law, I as the auctioneer can make a vendor bid. Just want to obviously put a spotlight on that for a moment, buyers. I prefer not to place any vendor bids. Quite frankly, I don't like them. I prefer you, as the buyers here today, to call out your bids, and I call them out at a fair and sensible level. However, in saying that, if your strategy is not to bid here today unless it's on the market, I can assure you if I do pass in on a vendor's bid, I'm anyone to negotiate with, and what will happen is we'll bounce buyer off buyer without disclosing your offers between buyers until we get the sale price that the vendor is comfortable with. However, if you don't want to be put in that position, buyers, and you want to control the auction, quite simply, there are two opportunities to do that here today. The first opportunity is if you are the highest bidder and we pass the property in at a fair and sensible level, you'll get first right to hear the vendor's reserve price. You probably think he wants the benefit. Well, the benefit is you walk inside, we disclose that reserve price to you, subject to a few conversations. You get complete, obviously, isolation from the rest of the market, and you get to control the obviously the terms and the negotiation. So in saying that, buyers, that is a very good advantage. The second advantage is if we're on the market to be sold, what that means is the vendor is committing to selling to the highest bidder. So I'll simply say we're on the market. I'll give everyone plenty of time to bid for this magnificent property. Now, if it may seem like I'm dragging things out, it's not my intention to annoy you or to frustrate you. It's merely to explore best price for our vendor and also the best outcome for you as the buyer. to ensure that you either participate or you respectfully don't bid any further because it's gone beyond what you feel is fair value in your opinion. So please bear that in mind, buyers. I just want to make sure that you're absolutely comfortable here. We know it's a nerve-wracking time. We run a very friendly auction process. We don't accept blank bids after the property has been knocked down. So if you come up post-auction, say I'd like to offer more, we can't entertain that discussion. But like I said, we run a very friendly auction process. We're here to assist you and guide you and make sure that you're here with every opportunity to buy this fantastic property. So I wish you all the best with your bidding strategy. However, before I get into the bidding, it's fairly remiss of me not to say a few words about this outstanding property. And when we sold this property over 6 years ago to the initial owners, we actually sold it off the plan, buyers. So think about that for a moment. This property is absolutely sensational, elevated, north facing with some sweeping views from that top window there. You look at that own street frontage with obviously its own driveway, a distinct advantage as opposed to other properties that are on the market. You have a look at it by Cardon Developments, one of the area's most recognised and trusted developers of the area. The reason being is because they do things that are practical and they do a finish that is exceptional, and as you can see, it's presented absolutely A1 and it stood the test of time, even though other properties that may have been 5 or 6 years old do look like they're quite tired. This property still looks as new. You walk inside, you have a look and you've got the beautiful porcelain tiles throughout. You've got a nice sized living area which I think works really well at the front, but also you've got the privacy around the back for the kitchen and dining area. Beautiful Cedar stone style kitchen as well, stone bench tops, stainless steel appliances. You've got a great courtyard out the back there. It just really, the finishes of this particular property work, and the orientation of the property that works as well. Then you go upstairs, you've got 3 really good sized bedrooms. You've got that main landing area which can form another living area if you wish, or a kids retreat or a parents retreat, whatever that may be. But you have a look at that with the downstairs master. You've got perfect separation with the 3 bedrooms. So you think about that for a moment, where most properties these days are doing reverse living, where this one has functional living. So if you are a downsizer, you think about that, and you've got grandkids that stay over, or you've got guests that stay over, at least you can have separate quarters and you don't have to maintain the upstairs area on a regular basis. That's fantastic, buyers. You've also got the major features that you expect of a property. You've got obviously split system cooling, you've got heating as well, you've got all the modern features that you expect of a property of this calibre, plus even more. Too many to list, but what I can say, buyers, you walk through the home, it's absolutely immaculate, and that's why you're here. That's one part of the real estate transaction, one ingredient. The next ingredient is the location. This particular part of Oakleigh East is the most accessible part of Oakleigh East, obviously in close proximity to train stations, Oakleigh Central, schools, childcare centres, literally in walking distance as well. So in terms of the location, it's absolutely sensational. You've got Chatson Shopping Centre that they're just opening up by the Sofitel Hotel there pretty soon. So it means that there's going to be an international focus there, which means prices around the area just only go one way, and that is up. You've got the M1 freeway nearby, you've got Huntingdale Road shops if you need, here in Oakleigh East, but also you've got the main Huntingdale Road shops, which has become a little hub of busyness there, where 5 or 6 years ago it wasn't as busy. Now with some really good complementing businesses, it's really picked up the profile of the area as well. That's one part. The other part is, buyers, now it's coming up to Christmas. Just over 2 weeks to Christmas. You have to think about that for a moment. What you see on the market today is pretty much going to be up until late February, March. You think about that for a moment. Can you afford to miss out? And with the current climate of interest rates being dropped, what does that mean? Well, it means that obviously banks have relaxed their lending as well, so they're pushing money onto people at a very economic rate that's into record lows. And you have a look at with the Reserve Bank thinking, or obviously implying that they're going to reduce the rates even further. It just leads to another segment of buyers coming within the market. So what can happen? That influences prices. That could influence another 2, 3, 5, 6% in the next 6 months. So you think about that for a moment. Would you want to pay more for your second or third choice, or would you want to give it a go here today and really make sure that you go into Christmas giving your family the best present, which is a family home? You look at that and look at RP data statistics and obviously the REIV. they suggest with the analytics, and you can have a look at this online, every 7 to 10 years the Melbourne market traditionally doubles. We've seen a correction at the start of the year, however it's bounced back more aggressive than ever. Like I believe it's the calm before the storm, but still the door of opportunity for you as the buyer is still here today to buy a property at more than fair market value, with obviously accessing great interest rates if you need to. So I think about that, guys, that is the perfect formula and the perfect obviously recipe for the perfect real estate transaction, being one at 16 Elizabeth Street. So I wish you all the best with your bids and offers here today. Unfortunately, there can be only one buyer, which is a little bit cliche, I know, but in saying that, we're here to obviously help you, assist you and guide you. Please keep in mind interest rates. Please keep in mind the way the banks are lending today. So if you need to stretch yourself that extra 1,000, 2,000, I know I'm rambling on, but think about what that compounds in the next 7 to 10 years in terms of the value of this particular property. That's enough for me, guys. I've spoken enough. I wish you all the best with your bids and offers here today. Where can I see a fair and sensible start for one at 16 Elizabeth Street here in Oakleigh East? Who'd like to start? George, less hugging, more bidding. Who'd like to start? Don't be shy, but don't be nervous. It's part of the auction that we do require audience participation. It's funny, isn't it? 600, I'll take your 600 and I'll take a rise of 50 from there. That's 600,000 now, 650 do I see. That's 600,000 with an opening bidder here, make it 650 buys. That's 600,000, it should be a Mexican wave of hands at this particular price point. That's 600,000 the bid now, looking for 650. That's 600,000 the bid now. That's 600,000 the bid now, 650. What do you say, buys? Could be a quick auction. That's 600,000 the bid. That's 600,000 the bid now, 50 buys. What do you say? That's 600,000 the bid now, looking for 650 on the rise. That's 600,000. I'll call it 3 times. First time it's 600,000. You're short. Second time it's 600,000. Third, final time at 600,000. We all done? It's not at 630, George, a little bit light on at this point, make it 650, at 600,000, 650, thank you, looking for someone to round you to 7, at 650,000, 7 do I see, at 700,000 now, at 700,000 the bid now, 50 do I see, guys, at 700,000, make it 750, what do you say, at 700,000 the bid, at 700,000, the bid is like 25? I'll take you 25 at 25 now, make it 725, 50 if you like, Zoe. At 25 the bid now, make it 50. At 725,000 the bid now, 750 here. At 750,000, 2 of you in it at this point. At 750,000, 75, what do you say, George? At 750 the reserve. 775 here, at 775,000 now, round me off to 8, at 75 the bid now, 8, what do you say? At 75 the bid now, make it 8, I'll take you 90, at 790 here, round me off to 8, George, at 790 the bid, at 800 straight back, at 800,000 now, make it 20, Zoe, at 800,000 the bid, at 800,000, 20 to get you on top, at 800,000 the bid, I'll call it 3 times, sorry? 8, 10, okay, we'll keep it in 10s. At 810, 20, sorry? I'll take a 5 at 15, we'll keep it at 5s at this point. At 815, at 815,000 the bid. At 815 the bid now, looking for 20. At 815,000 the bid, 20, what do you say, buyers? At 815,000 the bid. At 815 the bid now, 20 to get you on top. At 825, good bid. At 825, round me off to 30, George. At 25 the bid. At 825 the bid, 30 here. At 30 now against you, Zoe. At 830,000 the bid now, 35 to get you on top, guys. At 830,000 the bid, or 40, I don't mind. At 830,000 the bid. At 830 the bid against you. Think about the opportunity. 831, yep, that's fine. At 831. 32 if you like, at 831 the bid, at 831 or make it 35, at 831,000, 32 here, at 32, 35, what do you say? At 32 the bid, at 832 make it 35, Zoe, at 832,000 the bid, at 832,000 the bid now, looking for 35, at 832,000, 33 here, at 33 the bid against you, at 33 the bid, at 833 I'll make it 35, at 833 make it 35, what do you say? 34?
We're on the market.
On the market, 34 here, at 834. We're on the market to be sold at 834, at 834 the bid, at 834, at 834,000 the bid, at 834,000 the bid. I know there's more of you here. Just put up your hand or else you'll miss out at 834. At 840, welcome sir. At 840, fresh face. At 840 the bidder. At 840,000 the bid. Come here with one bid, another one. What do you say, guys? At 840,000 we're going to be sold if there's no further bidding. At 840,000 the bid. At 840,000 the bid. Now I'll call it 3 times. First time at 840,000, you sure? Second time at 840,000. Third, final time, 842 here, 845 if you like, 842, I haven't forgotten about you either sir, 842 here, at 842, 45 if you like, offer you the same opportunity, at 845 here, at 45, 50? 850, good bid. At 850 the bid, 55 if you like, sir. At 850,000 the bid. At 850,000, cool, calm and collected on the fence. At 850,000 the bid. 850 the bid, now 55 if you like. At 850,000 the bid. At 850 the bid, now buyers, I'll call it 3 times. First time at 850,000, you sure? Second time at 850,000. Third, final time at 850,000. Is that a bid? 55 here at 855. 860 here at 860. At 860,000 the bid. 860 the bid, now 65 if you like. At 860,000 the bid. At 860,000 the bid, now buys another 5 to get you on top. At 860,000 the bid. 860 the bid. At 860 the bid, another 5. What do you say at 860,000 the bid? I'll call it 3 times. First time at 860,000, you sure? Second time at 800. I'll take you 2.5, 62.5, 65, sir. At 65 here, at 865 here, make it 70, George. At 65 the bid. At 865,000 the bid, now 70 to get you on top. At 865,000 the bid, looking for 70. At 865 the bid with our front runner here. At 865,000 the bid. At 865,000, I'll call it 3 times. First time at 865,000. Second time at 865,000. Third, final time at 865,000. George, are we in, are we out? At 865. At 865,000 the bid. A great opportunity. At 70 here, back in the game, 75. Straight back at 75, 80 if you like. At 75 the bid. At 875,000, straight back here, George. At 75. At 875 the bid. At 875,000 the bid, now make it 80. At 875,000, a great opportunity. At 80, at 75, make it 80. At 875, it's definitely worth 80. At 880 here. 85 straight back. At 85 now. At 885,000 the bid. 885 the bid. 890, what do you say? I'll make it $1 million. It could sort it out. At 885,000, we're going to be selling. If there's no further bid, we're on the market to be sold. That means the green light. At 885,000 the bid, with our front runners here at 885,000, we're going to be selling, no better bid. At 885,000 the bid, I'll call it 3 times. First time at 885,000, you sure? 90 here, welcome sir. At 90, 95, at 95 here, 900. 900 here, 905, at 905, 910, 915, 20, at 20 here, at 25, 30, 35, 32, 35, 40, at 40 here, 42, 45, 47, 50, 950, what do you say? At 947,000. At 947,000 here, make it 50, sir. At 947,000, you've been with me majority of the way. At 947,000, round me off to 50. At 947,000, I'll call it 3 times. First time at 947,000, you sure? Second time at 947,000. 50, Give it your best, sir. Never know. It could buy you the property at $947,000. A moment to think. But you think about it more, it makes sense. Think about what the market traditionally does every 7 to 10 years. Think about what that extra $3,000 could do in property value for you at $947,000. Come with me for another 3. Give it your one last shot at $947,000. I'm going to call it 3 times. First time at $947,000. Second time at $947,000. Third, final time at $950 here, $950,000 at 52, at 52, at 952 the bid. Fantastic property buys at $952,000. At $952,000, another 3 to make it 55. At $952, I'll even accept a 1 if it helps. At $952, 53 if you like, sir. At 53 here. At 55, 56 if you like. At 55 here. At 955, 56. At 57, 58, 59, 60. At 59 now, 959. You can't end the number of 959. Make it 960. At 959. At 959,000 the bid. Another 1 to get you on top. At 959,000. Here to help you by giving you a little bit more time to think. 960 will get you back. At 959,000 is the bid. 60, sir. At 60 here. 61 here. At 61. 62. 63. 64. 65. 66. 66. 67. 68. At 68 now. Make it 70, sir. Could be the one that buys it. You don't know. At 968. At 968. You think 70 here. At 70, 71. At 71 now. 971,072. At 72 the bid. At 972 the bid, or 75 if you like. 75 here. At 75 the bid. At 975 the bid. 77 if you like. At 975,000. We're selling, no better bid. At 975,000. I forgot your best, sir. At 975,000. You short. You short. Even for 500. Positive. Coming into Christmas. The search starts again in late February, March. At 975, you're out. Need to know. Also, with our earlier bidder here, at 975, front and centre. Once the contract hits my hand, no late bids. I just want to assure you of that, George. Just really confirm the post-auction process there. At 975, I'm going to call it 3 times. First time at 975,000, you're short. Second time at $975,000 for the third.
1,000, Rob.
And 76. 77. At 77 straight back. At 77. 78. At 78, make it 80, sir. At 78. At 978,000. At 978,000, the bid's here. At 978,000, another 1,000 to get you on top. 79. At 79 here. At 979. 979 the bid. We're selling. You sure? At 979. At 979,000. I'm going to knock the property down 3 times. And 3 times up. First time at 979. Second time at 979,000. For the third. Final time at 979,000. Are you out? You're out, sir. You're happy for me to sell it. Thank you very much. I'm going to knock the property down. First time at 979,000. Second time at 979,000. For the third and final time at 970,000. You're absolutely sure? Sir, you're out. Thank you very much. The property is selling. It's selling. It's sold. Congratulations to our purchasers here today. And thank you to all our buyers, and thank you for attending another successful auction by Ray White and O'Brien's Real Estate. On behalf of Ray White Oakleigh, wish your family all the best for the festive period. Thank you.